fun fact, I was actually doing some of the wall poses before we got started here.
Perfect.
Um, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was a lot more painful than I thought it was gonna be.
We'll talk about that for sure.
I mean, I was shocked. Like literally, I didn't think like I thought I was gonna feel it, but I didn't know I was gonna feel that much. Which, not that I doubted you, but you were right. When you don't change your body positions very often, for reasons that you'll get into, your body gets pretty set in its ways.
Yeah, and a lot of what a, personal training is it's already changing in some ways or how the gym scene goes. But what I talk to clients about is, I'm trying my job is part mostly to expose you. I mean, obviously you have goals, and each person, whether it's weight loss or whatever, but the main thing that I have to do is expose you, so that you can see what you can't do and why you can't get to your goals, especially like we talked about before with obesity not going down, and interestingly, pain is going up, and there's almost as many people in pain as there are overweight or obese, and pain is a big issue here. Like I've talked about as far as people don't realize when you're in pain. You might think about if you've been through it maybe, but it keeps you from wanting to work out. That's one thing that people that are in pain know. If your knee hurts, you're less likely to go do stuff. But I also tell people even if you're not in pain, part of what the flexibility work does is it exposes you to how tight you are, and you don't realize how much clogged up kinetic energy you have. And so, for example, let's say you have to walk a couple flights of stairs every day during work. You don't realize how exhausting that is for your body, and all this is adding up throughout the day. So you open up your body with flexibility, mechanical training, and all of a sudden you're gliding up the steps in comparison, which is something I've experienced and my clients have experienced and stuff. And you get to the top of the stairs because even as an athlete, when I wasn't super flexible, like if I walked a few couple flights of stairs, I'd get to the top and my hamstrings would start to have a pump, so I can see where I'm wasting energy here in a sense. Whereas now, it's like I go upstairs and I don't even feel it. It's a very weird, it's very weird because I didn't, it's just to get up to the top and it's like, yeah, that was nothing, and like I was carrying some stuff earlier when I was getting this chair over here and organized and getting set up for you. And with the mechanical training and stuff and the flexibility, carrying stuff, it's like my biceps aren't burning up, so I'm not overusing all this energy. And overall, I think people don't realize that it's not just pain, because like, people in the beginning of the year, everybody starts working out. And before you know it, you kind of quit because, like I tell people now, if you train for mechanics, you will get aesthetics. But what people do is they go in and they train for aesthetics and, they get a great workout, maybe they feel sweaty and stuff. But in 3 months, if you're not sleeping better, if it's not easier for you to cook and clean, make food, play with your kids, do outdoor stuff, if it's that stuff's not easier, then it's really not very valuable to you because you get to where you're tired. Like, okay, I did it for 3 months. I got some results. Maybe I didn't. I'm not, it's kind of plateauing and I'm kind of over it because you're just focusing on aesthetics. And I hear it all the time, hey, I've been working my chest for 2 years. My butt, it's not growing. What do you think it is? And I know it's mechanics because you have poor mechanics. So when you're going to train these things, you're not getting blood, water, electricity, or oxygen into them properly, so your chest isn't growing, and you're trying all these different angles, listening to all these bodybuilders and all this other stuff who are training for aesthetics, and you're just hoping you find the right angle, the right program. But mechanical training and doing flexibility work like the book you're doing, it opens up the blood, water, electricity, and oxygen to every tissue, and it aligns the bones, it releases the knots in the tendon muscle ligament structure. So, so now we're getting blood flow. And now, like I have very brown muscles, but that's because I have a lot of flexibility. It's because I'm doing mechanical training. So my muscles are nice and round like they should be, and everything's balanced.